Hi guys, welcome to some more Schedule 1. This is a game... So my dog just ran into the living room. And I'm not sure why. Anyway, we're going to keep playing Breaking Bad, where we are playing technically as Walter White if he survived. Basically, kind of if he survived his escapade with cancer, because obviously, as we know, technically he does kind of die according to El Camino, but then also it's a bit confusing at the same time. Because obviously then you sort of... Then it's sort of a bit confusing after that, because suddenly, I haven't really watched El Camino. I watched Better Call Saul, which is a very good show. The only person I don't like out of it was probably Chuck, but I guess that's the reason why. Also, the other guy was also a bit annoying as well, like with his stuff, like because basically with the different people that were a part of it, I think technically Chuck was annoying, and so was... what was his name again? Was it Malcolm or Michael? I know, it wasn't Mike, it was, the person that secretly wanted to be with Kim. Although, I might be wrong, but it felt like that guy wanted to date Kim, but then turns out he had a wife. So it was like, wait, why are you so interested in her? It just felt like a bit of a weird show. Then also, obviously, with Lalo, those people sort of like being a part of it as well. Everything just seemed a bit odd, I'll be honest. Like, everything just seemed a bit strange with the whole thing. Because obviously then you sort of go into the way everything was with it. Especially with what was that lady's name? Not Kim, it was... I don't know, I think it was also Marie, or whatever she was called. Basically being like, especially when Saul / Jimmy is being arrested, is being like put over for jail, and then she basically says, "Oh well, But then also, like, during Breaking Bad, especially the beginning parts, she was such a bitch. Like, there's no even denying it. She was a bitch. She was a bitch when she was doing the stuff. Like, there's no denying it. She was literally that, especially with Skylar. Skylar, I think, was kind of the was technically the scapegoat for a lot of people. Like them being annoyed at like how she reacts to Walter being, like, ended up having, being Heisenberg and, like, lying to Skylar, but then also at the same time, Skylar, I think there wasn't anything bad with Skylar. I think it's just people's idiotic opinion that I think isn't particularly the best way of doing it. Because basically, I'd say Skylar's probably like one of the least hated characters in my opinion. I think technically her and one or two others get a bad rap. I would maybe say I'll say Gus was a bad guy, but honestly, the way that he did everything, like, he was still a businessman, and then sort of he had that on the side. And I think technically looking at his character in Better Call Saul, like, I feel in Better Call Saul they kind of made a few characters a bit too one-dimensional. Like, oh yeah, this is how this always happens, blah blah blah, this guy's always going to do this. I think what they could have done is maybe had Better Call Saul, but maybe had another show in between. So basically there's some, like, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, but then there's also, like, another show that's sort of, like, within the universe that explains more things, because looking at it, it kind of... well, in my opinion, I think Better Call Saul is definitely a very good prequel, but some of the people in it is just a bit like, wait, what? That sort of stuff just comes at you very fast, and you have to put up with knowing about it. I'd probably say as well, the way that they tied up some of the characters was a bit strange as well, especially ones that weren't going to be a part of the actual show. I think technically, if you write the characters good, then obviously that's great. But then having, you know, XYZ amount of people, you know, it's kind of a bit dangerous to try and, like, put people in the universe of pretty much anything. Like, if you're doing a prequel, then you have to, like, try and get people to, you know, be certain characteristics. Still, I think in terms of show, I still feel like Breaking Bad's probably one of the top ones for it, because basically they kind of made a character that was originally a good guy into a bad guy, and it was completely different to other shows that you would see out there. I feel like there was a lot of difference between them, especially. I think one other show that kind of had that was kind of The Walking Dead with Shane. I feel like they should have probably had Shane stay in the show as basically the main baddie. that's trying to get revenge on Rick. Like, is still in the show, still basically a good guy, kind of. Basically, his hatred for Shane, well, for Rick, basically makes him, like, secretly help out everyone. Like, I feel like they could have had a thing where Shane was still in the show, and basically every time when basically Rick was in danger, there would always be Shane, like, not too far off. Like, you took everything from me, now I'm gonna take everything from you. Type of scenario. What the flip is Bud's Bar? Bud's Bar? That's not a place, is it? Oh, Bud's Bar. Right. Oh, okay. Hello. I'll give you 3 of those. There we go. Oh. Never mind. Never mind, you're annoying. Oh, they've got parking there. Stash and Dash. The hell is this place? What the hell's Stash and Dash? Oh, it's a storage unit. Okay. Okay. That's actually quite cool. I don't think there's really that many of people. I mean, I could maybe give one to Kyle. Oh, that's right, I need to package it. Oops. Oh wait, crap. Wait, this guy literally just saw me and went, oh yeah, maybe I could do that. That's pretty weird. So let's get 3 of these there, and then also I need to package up these 5. I accidentally gave him the actual bud, not actually the package with it. Which is a bit stupid. Right, also I need more baggies. So yeah, basically I kind of think The Walking Dead was sort of okay for a while, but still it sort of like lacked some stuff. I think maybe if like there is stuff that goes on with sort of The Walking Dead, like maybe they add some other characters in. I mean, I haven't even watched the other shows of the Walking Dead series, just because I'm like, honestly, the way that they did it last just doesn't really do anything for me. Well, because they killed off characters that technically could have been good characters to keep in the Walking Dead as a whole. Like, you don't have to. Like, you don't have to. You don't have to put out like series like the actual books on comic books. Kind of like with Kind of like with the Flash, for example. The problem between the Flash and the Flash like that you watch, basically there is a ton of stuff that just doesn't make any sense. Like, because obviously you have a ton of, you know, you have basically Barry Benson, you have all these people, but then suddenly, out of nowhere, you kind of have sort of a... You have basically, you have basically... Sorry, I keep stressing myself. You have kind of, like, Candace, thingy from, you know, that was Iris, but then also you could have had, literally anyone else be with them, and that'd be even better. Okay, one sec, guys, I thought I heard the door. Right, hi guys, thought I heard the door, didn't, and I decided to get something to eat. Where do I have to go? There's Peter File, Donna Martin. Okay, Donna Martin, I believe is right here. Yep. There you go. Come on. Woohoo! Peter File, I don't think I'll really get. There's Geraldine and Chloe, though. Although, hang on. Didn't I try and get her? I'm pretty sure I tried to get Geraldine. Where's Peggy? Uh-huh. Oh. Right, so there's Peggy, there's Geraldine over there. So we got Stash and Dash, which I'm guessing is like a very different one. Highland Range, I'm guessing. I'm guessing the person that made the game couldn't add any. Oh no, wait, he could. He could have added Gunson. Oh wait. Charlene Poon. Jesus Christ, this Kathy Henderson person is a bit. I like someone else. Never mind. By the waterfront, that's over there. And we got two cops. They're going automatically in that direction. So, some of those. My dog's looking out for if there's someone who knocks on the door. It's kind of like the bellhop, in a sense. It's like, ow, 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 ow. it's 1 sec. Well, I did say he was. My god. Well, bellhop. Oh yeah, we do also need to do that as well. Oops. So we got Peter File, Chloe Bowers, Godding Poon, Peggy Myers. So if I go the far side, so I need Geraldine, I need something else as well. Oh, shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus, 5? Wow. Oh, balls. Okay. And I need to get over to. What I need to go to? Yes. Ah. Do, 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 do. Place this in. Oh, for now. Do do do. Right, I'm very confused why there's no sound. Well, no music. It's a little strange. Oh. How long have I been playing for? Okay. Honestly, guys, I might end it off here. I know, a little bit annoying, but yeah. So, guys, I'm gonna end it off here. So about the small video. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day. Please like, subscribe, and comments. Goodbye.